Now, it's my absolute honor to introduce our next speaker, Paige Riffle. Paige is someone I deeply admire, not just for her incredible accomplishments, but for her heart, vision, and unwavering dedication to our OTG community. With over 22 years of experience in Nu Skin, Paige has not only built a thriving business, but also a legacy of leadership. What makes her truly exceptional is her ability to inspire and collaborate, showing us all what's possible when passion meets purpose. Her story is one of transformation from a career in speech pathology and rehab medicine to becoming a global leader who's helped build empires around the world. Paige's list of achievements is nothing short of remarkable. She is Circle of Excellence 2 4-star team Elite Platinum. She is part of the OTG North America Core Team and Woman Entrepreneur of the Year 2005. But beyond the accolades, she's someone who lights up the room with her belief in others and her commitment to helping each of us succeed. Today, she's here to share her insights and wisdom about one of the most important skills in our business, following up. Please join me in welcoming the amazing Paige Riffle.
Well, thank you, Toon. That's an awesome introduction. I love what I do. I love this passion. I love collaborating with this incredible group known as One Team Global. Welcome to this section of the workshop and the system that we have used to build empires all over the world. So a little bit about me. I have a formal education, a master's degree in speech pathology. I spent 20 years in rehab medicine, helping people recover from strokes, heart attacks, brain traumas, autoimmune deficiencies. And I stumbled somewhat into this industry in my early 30s, and it became my home and my passion when I found the right company to partner with and the right people to call family and my forever home. So Nu Skin has been my home for 22 plus years now, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm more excited today about this company and our future than I have been in the all 22 years put together. So my assignment this morning is to help you with the topic in the system 7, that talks about follow-up. So you have your list, you have your contacts, you have your goals, you have the beginning pieces of your business, and now the fortune truly is in the follow-up. And it's amazing what happens with follow-up when you do it consistently and you do it with excitement in your voice. And I will tell you as a speech pathologist that your nonverbal communication carries more weight than the words that you say. So your enthusiasm, your excitement, your believability, because people will buy you. They do not want information per se. They don't want to be sold ever. They want to hear why you're excited. They want to hear what benefits. Why should they try your products? And if you open your workbook, which you should have open already, but to the section called Follow Up, you will see that there are 6 different columns, and it goes 13 levels down in terms of how many exposures that you can use to get a hold of those people. Because most people don't make a decision on the first exposure or the second or the third, sometimes the fourth or the fifth. Sometimes it takes the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and maybe a lot more before they're ready. And it's why we give multiple exposures and why we are involved with social media and posting about what it is that we're doing, because there will be a lot of people that follow you that maybe say no in the beginning, but then hit a point, a defining moment, as my friend Eileen Williams says, where you just decide you've had enough of the pain and the frustration, and it just looks too incredible, too fun to not partner with what we're doing online and offline with this incredible opportunity that we call Nu Skin. So I want to give you, since this is a workshop, it's not a lecture, I want to give you a little bit of time because I want you to have active participation in this. I want you to think of at least 3 customers that you would love to have in your business. Or maybe they're customers that you have already exposed. Maybe they've come and seen a demo, they've been scanned, they've agreed to a post or seen a post and talked to you about it. I mean, it doesn't matter. Think of 3 customers, and I want you to write their names on the paper so that 3 customers go in those first columns, and then 3 potential business builders go in the next 3 columns. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time. So I'm going to be a little bit quiet, which is painful for me to not be doing something, but I want you to be experiencing this for yourself. And if you want to write more, that's fine too. But at least think of 3 people automatically that you can write down at the top of those columns, write their names that you want as customers, and 3 people that you want as business builders. So go, get your pen out, start writing, and I want you to be imagining who those people are going to be. Something magical happens when you actually put pen to paper and you write it down. We track this, and that which you track or write has more power, and your subconscious mind is watching and listening. So let me give you a couple of minutes to write those names down. And this is going to be a fluid list. You're going to have many lists as you go through this business. You will need many pieces of paper or dry erase boards, which is how I was taught, using a whiteboard and dry erase markers. You will have many names that you will go through to find what's going to be your group of customers eventually, and your group of business builders on your way to your goals, whether it be brand rep, whether it be gold, lapis, ruby, whether it be emerald, diamond, blue diamond, or team elite. You will have many people that you will do this with, but start with 6. Okay. I am going to imagine that your 6 names are down by now. And you don't have to have ownership on those 6. Those might not be the 6 that end up doing anything. You have no control over that. The only control you have is exposing them with more opportunities to understand why you're excited about the products that we use and why you're excited about the opportunity. And then you're going to track whether you do it in, I like to use dates so I can check and see. I was taught 30 some odd years ago, because that's how long I've been in this industry, that 30 some odd years ago, we were taught 1, 3, 5, 7, and 14. So the day after you get a person on the product, you talk to them about, how are you doing? Did you open the box? Did you actually try to use it? On the 3rd day, how's it going? Are you being consistent with it? Day 5, how are you doing with it? Are you loving it? And by day 7, asking for referrals. 14, wouldn't you love to do this with us? Now, you don't have to follow that program, but you're going to need some system, and I'm going to ask you to go to your upline on that, with how you're going to track your exposures. And maybe it's the first exposure is via a post. Maybe it's a demonstration. Maybe it's a scanning, but you're going to put a date and you're going to put next to it what you did. So your first exposure, let's say, might be a post. So somebody comments on a post that you have of a product and they say, wow, that's really interesting. Or maybe they just like it. And then you respond back saying, thank you for supporting my post, but are you interested in the product? That's exposure 1. They've seen it. Exposure 2 might be something like, you should try it for yourself. Take a before picture, take an after picture. If they don't do that, maybe the 3rd exposure would be something like a spa party that you do, or either you do it on Zoom if you're far away from who you're talking to and you have a number of people invited. We learned how to do that very well during the pandemic, or you have one personally. It might be something like it's a scanning and they get scanned with the scanner with regard to the nutrition and see their numbers in the tank. That they don't have a healthy antioxidant score. That's possible. Maybe that's their first exposure. Maybe their second is you send them a link to say, if you want to learn a little more about this and what this means, here's Dr. Joe Chang, or here's Tanner talking about it, or here's our science luncheon lecture that happened in the OTG live piece of the science luncheons. They're all recorded. We have access to all of them. And your upline can help you follow this depending on what you're doing. If you're doing Lumi Spa or Renew Spa, maybe the first exposure is you do a demo on somebody, or maybe they see it in your post. Second exposure is a demo. Third one is they see a demo on somebody else. Fourth, maybe a science lecture. It's like you've got multiple exposures to be able to help people see the value. And then it may be that they actually start on something that wasn't their first exposure, and you upsell them to something else later once they fall in love with your product. So I will tell you that some of the strongest people that I have in my organization, and some of the weakest, but honestly, it takes all types, right? Some of the Blue Diamonds Team Elites I have in my organization took multiple exposures, took perhaps years of exposures, took maybe a full year. I have one Blue Diamond. It took a full year, 12 exposures once a month, where I would send her a message and say, we've got to talk. I'm really excited about a new opportunity. She ghosted me. She'd been in the industry a long time. We knew each other very well. She didn't respond. I didn't hammer her. I didn't call her every day. I sent another message to her because she had come to one meeting and then nothing. And the second time, sent her a message. How's your daughter? How's your husband? How's it going? We've got to talk. Nothing. I did this for a year until she picked up the phone and finally said, okay, spill it. I want to know the story. What is it? Is it network marketing? And I said, absolutely. I wouldn't be involved if it weren't. And picking the right company is the most important decision that you make. So I told her, I said, you got to look at it. You deserve this gift. I'd love to have you on my team. I don't have time to convince you, but you need to come look for yourself. That's when she came to her first meeting. It wasn't before that. So I was patient enough, but I also wasn't going to hammer her. She knew what I was doing. We didn't have social then. That was 22 years ago. But I was patient enough to put a message out there 12 times before she said yes. And then when she engaged, she went very fast and she went right to Blue Diamond. So who are you maybe not giving enough exposures to? I'll tell you that I would like me in my downline. I would love to find somebody like me in my downline that had the work ethic and the discipline and the teamwork, camaraderie. I would love that. But in this industry, I didn't understand the industry in the beginning. And this was not my first company. I was with another company for almost 10 years before I came to this company. But I said no 3 times to this industry before I said yes. And even my yes was lukewarm. And I told my sponsor at the time, I will never sell your vitamins and I will never get involved in this company, but I will sign up as, we call them brand affiliates now. So we called them distributors back then, but I said I would sign up as a distributor so I would get the wholesale cost. So a brand affiliate just to get the wholesale cost. But I said, I will never do this. 3 weeks later, was feeling so much better. I called the company. I asked for information over and over and over. I got very involved and became a leader and did very, very well with that company, but only because it made a difference with me. And I got excited when I looked further into the industry to try and understand how it worked. I loved the concept of duplication and everybody doing a little bit, but everybody amassing this group that helped each other. So don't give up when somebody says no. No doesn't mean no. No might just mean, I don't have enough information yet. I need more. And they don't know how to say that. So you being excited continually and not losing your enthusiasm as you're repeat exposing in different ways. Hey, I know you said you were interested in whatever this product was. I have a best friend who just did a presentation in our science presentation that talks a lot about that product. You should look at it. And this will give you some information. You'll see why I'm so excited. Hey, I might want to share a story with you because facts tell, but stories sell. People want to hear your personal stories. So you need to be a product of the product. You need to walk your talk with regard to whatever it is you're leading with, whether it be the nutrition, whether it be the skincare, whether it be a combination of both, because skincare is going to work a lot better if you take care of the inside too, right? They're cross-commissionable and they work together and they reflect from the outside what's going on the inside. Beauty comes from the inside and then is reflected on the outside. We have the best technologies in the wellness and beauty industry, bar none. Nobody has been a competitor for us in many years. So we just keep competing with ourselves and coming out with better and better technologies, and wait till you see what's in store. What's in store is going to blow your mind. So hang tight. We have more than enough with what we have right now today, but this follow-up is absolutely critical. Most people stop after 1 or 2 or 3 exposures and they just figure, oh, that person's done. Oh, that person's not interested. Or they contact 3 of their friends and all 3 say no. Oh, this isn't working for me. This is too hard. Really? It's a numbers game, and you've got to find the people that care. And most of the people that become your business builders start out because they're passionate about the product. That would have been me 33 years ago when I fell in love with the product because I felt better. And I thought, wow, I can keep up with my 5-year-old and my 7-year-old because I couldn't do that otherwise. I was running marathons. I was at the hospital before 6 a.m. in the morning, and I was exhausted. And I was passed out on the couch at 8 o'clock at night. And I thought, I need something. I know I'm not eating perfectly, but I need something to help with vitamins. And that's how we got started in this industry 33 years ago. So I didn't know I was looking for an opportunity until I fell in love with the product. And I thought, how many other people need what I'm feeling right now or need this kind of opportunity once I understood it? You don't understand until you understand. You know what I mean? So that piece and that the follow-up is absolutely critical to your success. And you'll be so surprised. You'll be surprised at the people that come back to you and then say, oh, how's that deal working? And you go, fine. You'd be pretty surprised if you actually knew what happened. And then you don't have time to convince them anymore. You should never have time to convince, right? Amateurs convince, professionals sift and sort. Your whole deal with this multiple exposure is you're sifting and sorting through the people that are going to get on your product, be great referral sources for you. And some of them are going to become incredible business builders. Anywhere from brand rep, which those guys are awesome. We need more brand reps in this business that are ambassadors for our product, all the way up to Circle of Excellence, Team Elites. We need more people playing with us on the Team Elite trips. We need more. And we have a lot already, but we need more. When they send you around the world on Team Elite trips that you earn every year to go hang out with your friends. Everybody can come. It's just a matter of doing the work. And what is your resiliency factor? What is your ability to be able to take the negativity and push it away? When you're follow-up, what mantra do you put on yourself before you pick up the phone or before you start texting people messages or leaving them voice clips? What are you doing to get yourself up before you reach out? Because they're hearing your energy, whether it's a voice clip, whether it's a voice message, even your text, more in a voice clip, but even in a text and how you're saying things. Make it personal because they're buying you before they buy your product. They buy your authenticity. They buy your sincerity. The follow-up is based on that. It's going to be the whole package that you put together and make it fun. Make it fun. Have the stories that it took 4 years, Gary DeRitter, to come over to this company from the company that we were in together before. But we were friends. Our kids were raised together. Our kids were friends. We knew each other. And the most important thing is to understand that timing's critical. Timing's important. And if they're not at 12 o'clock in that particular decision, make it okay for them. Make it okay, because things may change in the future. And it's fun having people that are friends in different companies as well, just to be able to see what's happening in the industry and to respect and support each other. But keep your friendships strong and know who you want on your team and be patient. Wait for them. Sometimes family members take a long time, but see it later as a godsend, as an incredible opportunity. And you get them usually by getting them on product first. Usually, some of the best business builders, as I say, start as product users first. And if somebody doesn't do the repeat exposure in that follow-up, you're just preparing them. If that's you that didn't follow up, you're preparing them for them to sign up with somebody else in their organization later. And if it hasn't happened, it will at some point, where someone will say, hey, I used to be in your organization, or they'll say, hey, I bought that product online. You never followed up. I wish you had. I didn't know how to find you, but I'm in the business now. And you're thinking, I dropped the ball on that. Don't drop the ball. Right now is not the time to drop the ball. Pull the ball, catch the ball, find others that are going to run down the field with you. Be the pack of wolves that are running, not the ones that are slowing down and giving up on themselves and their dreams. Anything can happen with this. You can make miracles happen, and you can have fun building an army of happy customers that refer others when they can, and good customer service will help you with that. We call it white glove service, so that you're giving them the very best customer service exposure as possible. And then when they refer their friends, they know they'll get the same kind of really very special service, and they'll feel like referring more. And then you'll get the ones that say, I want to do this too. I want to play with you. I want to hang out on the beaches of the world, and helping empower others to live a life of greatness by doing the same and paying it forward. I've had people ask me, well, why are you still doing this? If you're so successful and this is so wonderful and you've been doing it for so long, why are you still doing it? You know why? The truthful part of that is someone believed in me 22 years ago when I came to this company, when I wasn't believing in myself any longer. They had more belief in me than I had in me. And I followed that belief until I could manifest it by doing the personal development, which that's all a part of OTG and who we are. So this is the time to run. This is the time to follow up. Multiple exposures. The close rate with multiple exposures is astronomically higher than simply a 1 or 2 post or 1 or 2 exposures and then letting them just kind of fly away. Multiple exposures will make this happen for you. The fortune is indeed in the follow-up. So I'm not going to take any more of your time. I'm just going to say, keep it simple. Do the work. Multiple exposures, and don't forget to follow up on your people, because it's a critical piece to the equation of success. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Toon. Thank you so much. Have fun with the rest of the workshop. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much, Paige, for delivering such a powerful and actionable session on follow-up. I think she really opened our eyes to a critical truth. Follow-up isn't just a step in the process, it's the foundation of success. What stood out to me is Paige's reminder that people don't make decisions on the first exposure. In fact, most of the time, it takes persistence, patience, and multiple exposure to truly connect with someone. She turned what might seem overwhelming, tracking contacts, conversations, and follow-ups, into something simple and achievable. Her emphasis on the importance of enthusiasm, authenticity, and consistency really cuts through the noise. The message is clear. People don't just buy products, they buy you. They're drawn to your excitement, your story, and your belief. So here's the key takeaway. Follow-up is about building relationships, not just closing deals. It's about showing people why this opportunity and these products are different and being the constant presence they need until the timing is right for them. As Paige said, the fortune is indeed in the follow-up, and it's a lesson we can all take with us as we continue to grow. Now let's keep this momentum going as I introduce our next incredible speaker,